Please welcome the incredible duo that brought it all to life, Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. Yes, sir.
Hello!
That was for sure. We can scoop down. I'm happy. Yes, we can. Find me where there's no breeze.
We're gonna get comfortable. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit. So let's be comfortable.
Let's get crazy. Let's go crazy.
Okay, this is Paul.
Is it?
This is me.
And I'm nothing. There we go. Don't worry about it.
Shifting.
Of course. We want to make sure y'all are comfortable.
Okay.
Welcome to Texas.
Oh, I have such a short torso. You probably can't even see my head.
There we go.
Look, if you sit up really tall, I'll slouch.
We can just go to the ledge, just hang out. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Well, welcome. How's this been? Look at this crowd. Look at this.
Oh, it's a great crowd.
We're excited they're here, right? We're feeling good that they all made it here. But yeah, thank y'all so much. It's a true pleasure to have y'all here together in Texas. First timers?
No.
Second timers? Fourth timers?
I shot a TV show in Austin for 7 months.
So you're a true Texan.
I wouldn't say that. I think that would be. I think that would be a lie. But yeah.
Well, I just want to start with some little fun questions here. Little icebreakers, but if Wanda and Vision took a vacation right here in Texas, where do you think they would go? And what kind of Lone Star-sized chaos would they stir up here in Texas?
Paul, you're a very creative man.
Well, I think there'd be a romantic walk by the river.
In San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I think we'd go to, was it Isidore for
Yes.
for
For
dinner?
dinner.
And then we'd go to the Alamo.
And then we go to because you and I both have never been.
And a little bit of history. They like a little bit of history.
And I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The stars at night.
It's on demand here. Maybe a trip to Whataburger? I'm not sure if I'll better than In and Out, I will say.
Okay.
What? Come on.
Wow, that's scary.
I mean, following up on that, we actually have this question here from Arlene. Where's Arlene at? There we go. Arlene's back there. I see her over there. But on top of that, you know, on this Texas road trip, what would Wanda and Vision's playlist look like?
Oh, like Dean Martin and like Frank and all the boys from the 50s.
It depends, I guess it depends when.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because I feel like Vision right now is in a kind of Nick Drake kind of mood.
Whoa, I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, he's missing me a little bit.
Oh, sweet. I'm a nostalgic lady.
She was.
Scarlet Witch. She lives in the past quite a bit.
Well, do you have like a personal favorite of music, like a genre or like a decade that's your favorite?
No, I like so much different kinds of music. I vacillate between, I don't know, old jazz and, I don't know, music from the 70s, from today. I think there's a lot of interesting music being written today. Milo Green, my husband's band.
You saved her.
As you can see here, we have a lot of fans, not just the Marvel fans, but they are strictly, I think, WandaVision fans. You know, this is a show not just for the comic book people. My parents loved it as well. You know, there's a lot to offer to everybody, and you know, even though I wasn't living with them, they would call me up and like, did you watch this episode? Did you watch this week? Look what they did and all this stuff, but they don't know what's going on outside of that world. at all. So that's what's so great about WandaVision. It grabbed everybody.
Are you recording on your glasses right now? Oh, are those one of those glasses though? God, they're so scary. Sorry, but your sweet parents, they enjoyed WandaVision.
Yeah, and so, but this, sitcoms are heavily influencing WandaVision. If there were a spin-off based on another genre, in WandaVision, something maybe they didn't make the cut, like a musical, spy thriller, cooking show, what would you like to pick? What would you like to kind of dive into?
Oh, I can answer this one. I'd like it to be a musical, but I'd also like it to be like you and me on the Amalfi Coast as kind of like jewel thieves.
Could we make that a musical, or do they feel like two separate episodes?
No, I mean, it's hard to. You probably have to be quite quiet while you're stealing.
Yeah.
But afterwards.
And you certainly can't tap dance.
You're running over the rooftops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little dance number.
That's a great idea.
Thank you, Lizzie.
I second that.
What was like the classic sitcoms you grew up with that was on syndication that you were just drawn to and just zoom right to the TV?
Well, the word classic, I'm not sure, but I loved the Torkelsons, and I loved dinosaurs and Family Matters. Paul?
Mine was a British one called Only Fools and Horses.
Oh.
One person that knows only fools and horses in the house.
Here's a fun one. If you had to kind of, not recast, but if you had to recast Wanda and Vision as animated Disney characters, if you had to transform them into some Disney characters, who would they be and why? Like, for example, I would like to see a WandaVision version of Wally and Eve. That'd be fun. But if you have to kind of convert your characters into a Disney duo.
I don't understand what that means at all.
No?
What's Wally and Eve?
Oh.
Sorry.
Pixar's Wally and Eve, okay. Maybe that one. Any Disney character duo, a couple, to kind of convert them into it.
So they will not be the Scarlet Witch or Vision, and they'll be just other characters?
It would just be like a hybrid version.
Like, wait, I didn't understand this.
I can't even answer the question.
Yeah, wait, I need you can't answer the question. So if we aren't us, but we morph into other animated characters,
Yes.
who would we want to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toad. From Mario Kart. Does that count?
I like that. Toad and who we know.
I'd like to be Scooby-Doo. And I tell you what, M1, he's a coward, and I love cowards. And I think it's really good for children to watch cowards. And being two, he doesn't have many lines to learn, And then we're sort of done.
That's a great answer. It has no thought behind it. Mine did.
Those answers made the question much better, that's for sure.
That's
So
for sure.
thank you very much for that. We have a question from both of y'all from Eduardo. He's right there, third row. He's asking what the fondest memory on the set of Age of Ultron was playing these characters, and then kind of the first time wrapping WandaVision together.
Wow, Age of Ultron. That was a decade ago. When I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is the most, I guess it's the first thing I think of because I was so scared joining this universe. And we started shooting the end, and it was just me and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Jeremy Renner, and we were shooting the last bit, and we were in a very far northern part of Italy, almost by the Switzerland border. It was a very strange, casino town, and I just fell in love with how huge we can make these movies. We took over an entire village, and we had fake fires, and we had so many special effects, and we had all these extras, and I'd never seen something so coordinated before, and so I think it just took my breath away being able to be a part of something that made movie making so magical to me. And so I think that's what I think about when I think of Age of Ultron.
I think about Marvel. Like, you know,
Oh my God, we were slipping and sliding.
yeah, slipping and sliding, but also when I first walked into the Avengers compound set, I went, my God, the work they have done to make this look like real marble. And then I realized it was just real marble, and like $1 million worth of marble. And to this day, I wonder who got that fucking marble.
What I remember.
So I'd like $1 million worth of marble.
What would you do with it, Paul?
I'd sell it for $1 million.
I remember they had breakable glass, which is kind of like this rubber clear foam thing, and it really just dissolves and breaks into a million pieces. And we had it all over the set with the marble, and they couldn't figure out how to clean it, so we were slipping constantly, which is not very powerful.
Speaking of WandaVision, when you first heard this was going to be happening, and you got the script, at what page were you like, this is going to be totally as awesome as it actually ended up being? Because it was a knockout when it hit Disney Plus.
How many did we get at first, Paul? Do you remember?
I can't remember, but it never felt like that. I don't know what it felt like to you. To me, it felt like we weren't supposed to come out first. So we thought we were making this sort of niche little thing for the weirdos like us, you know, and we thought that's what it would be. It would be like the weird cousin, you know, of the big Captain America or whatever it was. And so I just remember feeling totally free the whole time.
I was nervous at first though, because it was like quite, we were replicating something so honestly that all of a sudden we had to rely on like every skill we've ever learned of like rhythm and speed and the timing of jokes, and we filmed in front of a live studio audience for the first episode, and so it's a whole other crazy thing to only shoot an episode one time in front of an audience, and then that's what it is. It was really scary.
It was so scary.
It was so liberating
to not do it, and I begged Matt, I said, please don't do this to us. Let's just get canned laughter. Like, let's not do this. I haven't been on stage for 25 years, and he made us do it. And I was so scared, and I walked on, and I'm so shallow.
Yeah, you are.
That the moment I got a laugh, I was like, I've wasted my entire life. I should be in sitcom. I just love this.
You were very good at receiving that energy.
I am so good at receiving laughter.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, it's so embarrassing. I've got no backbone, that's all it is. I'm just shallow and empty, and just need to be filled with laughter. Thank you. For all of you that laugh.
Paul, you mentioned Matt briefly, but what was he like on set of bringing this creation to life? I feel like it's overlooked, you know, the people really behind everything, and I thought Matt really brought his magic to the show, and everything else he's been delivering, obviously, with all the projects.
He was amazing. You know, to be across that much stuff. You know, usually...
No, it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
You don't usually have one director for 8 hours of television. That's not a normal thing. It's like he had to direct 4 movies back to back, and he was brilliant at it. He did such a great job.
Yeah.
A question here from Judy, and I say Judy and Friend because I can't read the second name, but Judy and Friend. There you go. This is kind of like a fun fact. Did you know that WandaVision fans had crashed Disney Plus back in February 2020, trying to get a new episode right away? How does that make you feel knowing that everyone was just dying to get their hands on it in any way possible, legal and illegal ways possible?
We crushed it.
That felt really great. They just launched an app, and our show is one of the first things they used to launch the app. I mean, you don't really know how the new streamers, when they show themselves, how they can generate people showing up for them, because you really have to sell them with the things that they're offering that's different than other places. And yeah, that rocked.
Rocked.
Which episode was like the most fun to shoot, but and which one was kind of like, I'm not sure how this is going to end up, but we'll go with it?
This last 2 episodes, you know, you're tying something together and you're bringing us back into the reality of the entire story, and that's always kind of a scary thing because we go from playing these like fun sitcoms, and then we break it into more of the sincerity of the story, and so you always hope that there's a good payoff for the audience. Most fun, hard to choose. 70s was pretty fun.
I love the sound episode.
Yeah, we had like, we were rained on. I mean, it was so absurd, that one.
Yeah, and our outfits were just great.
Yeah. And even just filming the opening montage or the opening credits.
Oh my God.
And the tandem bike. Yeah.
It's so fun, yeah.
Was there a scene that y'all filmed that looked super serious on screen, but it was actually like kind of silly and fun, but it looked serious when the final product came out?
I mean, I think we take the sincere moments pretty seriously. We're not really like laughing at what we're doing when like the world's crumbling outside. But I mean, I think in hindsight we had that funny tiff.
Oh yeah, we had a tiff. We had our only fight.
We had our only fight we've ever had.
Yeah.
And that was maybe...
It was a very short fight.
It was a very short fight. But like, I thought that we were blaming each other for each other's snot. And you were like, that's your snot? And I was like, no, that's your snot.
And I went, Lizzie, it's your snot. I'm just not being nice about it and not mentioning it. And she was like, it's your snot.
Yeah, so that was our only fight.
But you know what was funny and terrifying?
Yeah.
Was
What?
when I died, not in WandaVision, but when I died when Thanos, you remember they said,
Yeah.
oh, just improvise it. When improvise the sort of death scene.
Yeah, the last bit of Infinity War was improvised.
Hilarious.
Crazy. And you pitched a line that became a very important line.
Yeah.
I only see you.
Something, right?
I only feel you. Yeah. Paul made that up.
But like, it's neither of our strong suit is
Improv.
And when the brothers came up and asked us to do it, I was like, are you out of your mind? Have the wheels got off the, what's going on?
Yeah. And then we did.
And we did.
Yeah.
For WandaVision, did y'all improv anything, or anything made it to the final cut, or were you kind of strict to?
I think so, yeah.
A little bit, but not much. I mean, we would maybe like throw out some jokes and things like that, but there's a lot of rhythm, so you can't really go off of the rhythm. I think another moment of Paul's collaboration and really landing these important lines came when we were doing the penultimate episode, when there's a flashback to us in Age of Ultron. Oh, is that? No, Civil War. And it's when you say, what is grief if not love persevering? That was a line that, it was something else, and I can't remember what it was, and Paul was like, I think we really need to figure out this line. I feel like there's something we're missing. And then he and the showrunner's assistant really landed on that line.
Yeah, the showrunner's assistant, Jack's assistant, walked in with a coffee, and I can't remember what it had got to. It was, what is grief if not love something? And she came in and went, persevering, and we went, that's it. But I get lots of love for that line. But when you next watch it, you'll see that the entire thing actually plays on Lizzie's face.
See, I haven't fact checked you on that.
That's the truth.
Okay.
And that's what
Is this what you go to bed watching every night?
I go to bed going, I can't believe they didn't play that on me.
No.
It's my line. It's my damn line. Why did they play it on this?
Out of all the costumes you got to wear, which ones were the coolest and which one were like the most comfortable versions of what you had to wear? They're all the film and television.
Most comfortable was our Modern Family episode. I'm in sweats. That was, and then you also wanted to know the most uncomfortable?
That was comfiest.
That was the comfiest.
That was the comfiest.
Paul, are you ever comfortable?
No. No, I had some comfy. Whenever I'm not in the Vision thing, it's like just total freedom.
Yeah, that thing's no joke. I mean, I'm sure you guys know if you cosplay in like muscle suits. Sorry, those aren't yours.
Well, you gotta have goals. I'm working at it, all right? I'll get there at the end. I'm only 54. Give me
Paul, sorry to say, Paul, you've been part of the MCU since the very beginning. I mean, it's awesome that, I remember watching Iron Man in 2008 when I was going to school here. I'm actually from San Antonio, I'm from Houston, but I remember going to UT here. And when Iron Man came out, I grabbed like half the college to go watch to see what was this going to happen. And you've been part of that journey from the beginning, obviously from, Jarvis to Vision, Wide Vision, coming soon. You embodied so many stages of this, evolution. Which version of the character felt most like you?
when it's so revealing and really uncomfortable, right? When Vision eats the gum and he gets drunk? It's kind of the most like me. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But Paul, when you look back, what's been the most surreal moment of that journey? And can you believe that that's where you started, and now look what's coming now in the future too, as well?
Yeah, it's been a great ride, and it was so, I think for both of us, so lovely to get to do a show together that was about us, and it's been really great. I just finished Vision Quest, and I think you're all going to really... I'm not going to see it yet. It's terrible. Good. It's not. It's great. Yeah, I think you're going to really love it. I think it's a really good end to the trilogy that honors what I think WandaVision was to people.
I'm going to jump on this part because you were at Comic-Con. They did a lot of talking with you. You spilled some fun things. I'm not asking to give us anything major for sure, but when you were done filming though, did it feel like a complete closure for you? And especially as a trilogy, it was very cool how that worked out as well. But just kind of getting your own series as well, is it kind of like a full circle for you?
Yeah, I mean, yes, sure. The real point, that's great. But if somebody then comes and pitches you terrible stories, you're like, oh no. But Terry, the showrunner, Terry Matalas, he pitched such good stories and such weirdly. Look, it's a story about a witch and a robot, but it can also really speak to people. And this, my show, is about intergenerational pain with lasers. You know what I mean? And and a lot of jokes. But yeah, that's what it is. Fathers and sons and stuff.
That's exciting. We're excited for that
You
show.
all know what that's like.
I'm going to try to get as much information from Paul as possible when it comes to that later. So we'll be easy on you on that.
Thank you.
This question's from Alexa, I think Garza. Right there. Question for you, Elizabeth. Wanda has evolved a lot from supporting Avenger to leading, What part of her journey meant the most to you personally?
Well, I guess WandaVision meant a lot to me, and continues to. Yeah, I mean, I think making that show was a true challenge as an actor, and it was also a great gift of material to play. And so it woke up my body in a way, just like from using your body as a tool to help tell stories. It was really kind of amazing to film that series. And then again, I also really loved getting to be challenged by Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I think I was worried that I was going to have a repetitive arc, and I really wanted to make sure that the fans didn't feel that way and that it was something different. And so I hope we delivered in that way. But I think the thing that has been rewarding altogether is that I just love trying to figure out how to do something different each time. And I think that's the most important thing as the relationship between what we make and what you guys see is I don't want you guys to be steps ahead of us. I want to be able to still surprise people who have been with us for 10 years. And so I guess the last just couple projects have been meaningful because I feel like they've really been challenges.
What's it like to bring Wanda from live action and doing the animation as well as the image voice work? How's that translate?
It's just so different. I mean, you do the animated voice work without any other context. You're just reading lines off the page 2 or 3 times and then you move on. And then you're involving your entire body and soul and face and costumes when you're doing live action. It's just a totally different thing. And you're just reading lines by yourself. I don't know, I like collaborating with another performer, and so to me they're not comparable. But what I do admire with the animation work is what is crafted with, you basically give them a bunch of paintbrushes, and your voice is one of them. And so I think it's amazing what they're able to create afterwards, and that certainly I feel like that is really someone else's skill, and I barely contribute. I think that is so many other artists that really make those animated shows magical.
I have to ask, how was it working with Sam Raimi? I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi, and I just want to know what his style is on set and what he brought to that, because it's about time he came back and gave us another awesome Marvel film.
Yeah, he's truly one of the sweetest people I've ever worked with in my entire life. He's one of those soft-spoken humans I've ever worked with. He's a very gentle man with a deranged imagination, and whatever you want to try, he wants you to try it, even if we're running late. And so he really is just such a sweet, kind collaborator, and just wants everyone to feel fulfilled by the work. I really loved working with Sam.
No, we're big fans of Sam Raimi, that's for sure. What he delivered back then, those Spider-Man movies are just precious. Paul, gotta ask, does Vision have a hidden talent we haven't seen yet on screen?
You've showed us some of it.
God, I'm just going to say yes, but I can't really get into it for obvious reasons.
That's all I want, just a yes.
Yes.
That's the easy way. Elizabeth, this question is from Jazz Reyes. Jazz?
Oh yeah,
Would you ever want to see the Scarlet Witch interact with Aubrey Plaza's death? What would that look like?
I have no idea, but all I know is that working with Aubrey once before, she will continue to surprise every actor she works with, and she really likes to mess with you, and it's really fun to be on the receiving end of that. And so I would love to get to work with Aubrey again.
You would love to see that, right? So for the both of you, what has playing Wanda and Vision taught you about love or loss that stayed with you personally?
I think that the number one thing is that we continue to have we continue to have a relationship with the people we've lost, that it doesn't stop ever. It just is always, it is a living thing even if they're not here. And so I think that's something I think about a lot.
Oh, Luke? You as well, jump in, please.
But love or loss.
Yeah. I was bowled over by your answer, actually. I think that's right. Because there's you, there's the other person, and then there's the relationship that happened between you, and that continues even when somebody dies. That's my experience, for good and for bad. Dad. Still wreaking havoc.
If Wanda and Vision got a second chance at a quiet, normal life, what kind of home would they build this time?
That's such a good question. Go on.
I don't have answers. You go. You were so excited.
Oh, I would like to do one of those sort of really modern, like mid-century LA houses, but on a lock in Scotland.
That sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
It's kind of where I went after WandaVision.
Yeah,
sort of.
a bit like that.
But like I was, yeah, it was more like a.
But like a lot of glass.
Yeah, that we didn't have that. We had like a dark bungalow.
Yeah.
By we, I mean me. I had a dark bungalow, but I did something with the dark hold.
If Marvel let you write a single short film starring Wanda and Vision today, what's the one-sentence pitch for a single short film starring?
I think we did that, right?
The lock or the
With cat
jewels?
burglars.
Huh?
Aren't we cat burglars? Wouldn't that be the pitch?
Right. Jewel thieves.
Jewel thieves.
Yes. How fun.
Oh my god. Wanda and Vision break into the Louvre.
It was Wanda and Vision all along.
I love
All the jewels because they're stones from the glove.
Oh my god!
As we start wrapping things up, looking ahead, if you could co-create the final chapter of Wanda and Vision's story together, what would its message be?
Oh gosh.
Something about soulmates, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's not very eloquent for our last answer.
Well, I think this is such a big, it's a really big question. I think the truth is that there are probably a lot of much smarter people in Los Angeles trying to figure it out right now.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's finish on this note. Outside of Texas, that road trip we talked about, the ideal vacation spot for Wanda and Vision to go to and just drink Mai Tais and just enjoy whatever scenery is there.
Gosh.
Sounds like Scotland with martinis.
Well, I was kind of like hounds, like Irish wolfhounds, roaring fires,
coastal walks,
coastal walks, but then my other version is skiing in the Alps.
I can't ski.
Yeah, but you can, 'cause it's a movie.
Okay.
What about what? Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Let's see that safe. But skiing in the Alps is where we end up, right?
yeah.
Just where it's cold. We're cold people.
I just
We're not
like
summer Mai Tai
I
people.
just like knitwear.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Vision looks great in knitwear, and it suits my mood.
All right, you have it. So a winter vacation with hot cocoa and skiing for Wanda and Vision.
And martinis.
And what?
Martinis.
Oh, there you
said
go.
Mai Tai, I said
Martinis. There you go. That's what we have. Let's hear it for Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany.